Hello all, tutorial time again, and today we're going to talk about how to test your website's loading time. Quite important because you want to have everyone to load your website as fast as possible. So I hope you're using Google Chrome because that's what we're working with today. We go to View, then we go to the Developer Tools, Inspect Elements. Then you will get a little pop-up on the right side, and it looks really technical, and yes, it is. But don't worry for now, I'll guide you through it. In this case, we're going to test my mini home, so my landing page. That's the most important bit, of course. So there we go. It will load my landing page, and here you can see, I have to switch this though. Here you can see my landing page just as it is. And
You're the only person downstairs.
private restaurant. And yeah, it's always nice out here. Here we see my website. What we do is we go to network, and this will give us a, let's just re-click this, because then I can show you what that does. So I go back and click my mini site, and what it will do is it will load my mini site again. And what it shows on the right hand side here is the loading times of your web page. And in this case, when you end up with the little blue bar, that's when the viewer actually is. The blue bar here, you can see, not my cursor but the blue bar, that's when the page is actually shown to the viewer, and the red bar is when it's fully loaded. Now let's go through the list. This is how it works. So it starts off with home, which is in this case just the HTML, which says, hey, there's a website here. And then it loads all kinds of things, and it says, I'm not going to go into technical details here, but it says style sheets and scripts and style sheets and scripts, and that's basically just the whole basic scripting on what your website or what your website is. And it closes off with another home here, and that will be the name of your website. In my case it's home, but it could be index, could be all kinds of things. And then you can see that after it loaded that second home, it's the end tag of your HTML, that's where the blue bar comes in. And what you can see is that it loads, so that's the blue bar is when it actually shows the website to the viewer, and everything before that blue bar, before that home, is important because those are your loading times. And as you can see in my case, there's two images in front of that, and these, so before it goes to the blue bar, let's see, as you can see before it goes, it starts off here on the left hand, that's why it's called a waterfall. It starts there and it loads all these things, and that's when it actually shows the website. And now, so all the things before that blue bar are really important. Now, there is one problem we got here. As you can see, it loads, oh, sorry about that, it loads this from my disk cache, so it actually loads from my laptop itself and not from the internet, and that is because I've been on this website many times before, but the new leads that you get have not been, and there's a way to fix that. Another trick, there we go. We go to the reload page, but when we have this whole right set up, we can do right click here, and then we can say empty cache and hard reload, and this will not empty your complete cache, it will only empty the cache for this particular website. So let's click that, and now we will get different results, and most probably quite slow, and I'll explain to you why that is. So yes, there we go. Before it really shows the website, it is 4-5 milliseconds, so that is a bit slow. But one of the reasons is that my Wi-Fi is really slow at the moment. So if you have like proper Wi-Fi, this will be faster, because it really downloads the stuff from the Wi-Fi at the moment. So that's quite important to know. If you have, don't fool yourself. If you've got like a mega super uber Wi-Fi at home or at the office, people might not have that at home. So don't be fooled with that. But here you can clearly see again, it starts off with the home, of course, this is all the same. And of course, because this is the SLC, I cannot change any of those technical things, because yeah, but if it's your own WordPress, you can actually change those things. Because this might be plugins, this might be all kinds of things. And so you can just check which one it's loading and what takes a lot of time to load. Now, what we can see here is those two images. As I said, this one and the one beneath, they take a long time to load. You can see now it takes a waiting time. So the waiting time is basically when the HTML says, hey, get me that image from the server to create this website. And then the server needs to look it up and send it to you, and this is the download time. 3.5 seconds, total 5 seconds is way too long. And so the reason for that, we can see as well as all the files here are just a couple of kilobytes. These are big files, so that is just a lot of data it's getting in. So we need to get this through filters or find ways to make them smaller. How to make things smaller will be a different tutorial, but there's plenty of tutorials on that, I guess. So yeah, we can see in this image, background test, as you can see, is way too big. It's almost 1 MB. So you can see as well if I click on it, yeah, and now you can see it shows here the total amount of loading time for that image and when it is. So in this case, it will show that here's when the website is shown, and it's still loading my background, and only here that's like 12 seconds when my 11 seconds when my website is fully loaded. Way too much, of course. So we need to fix that. Now, that is how you can see all the loading times of your website, and also when you are becoming a more professional web developer, you start to learn how to include things or exclude things before and after the blue bar, when things are loaded and when things are not loaded, because everything that is like on the bottom of your page, people have to scroll there, and so we don't need to show that yet. This is where Coventry comes in. They're really good at that, and that's basically what they're doing. They just swap those things in order of loading times and loading order, basically. But still, you need to make your images small, and so this is basically the how to check your loading times. Let's try this with another one. If I go to my own website, for instance, it will load, but most probably it will load a lot of things from the cache again. So, this looks kind of good. I've emptied my cache already, I guess. And so you can see the same thing. So it starts loading with the HTML, and then it will load until the blue bar, which is at this moment at 7. It's like I said, my Wi-Fi is really slow, but you can see again there's a couple of things before the blue bar here. When the website is shown, it loads a lot of different things. It's only here that it actually starts to show the website. And so again, what we can do here is that, oh, look at that, there's an image, there's another image, there's another image, there's another image. I can change those images and make them smaller and make them better, change the order, that kind of stuff. But that's technical stuff, and we're not going into that. But now you can see at least what the problematic things are, and try to change them, try to improve them. Yeah, it does load some from the cache, but that makes sense. Technical stuff again. But here is another small funny thing, and that is, so what we can do, that little toggle, device toggle, what we just talked about, if I click that, what it will do is, now as you can see, let me just, this loads my site as pretending to be a phone, and so now I can see what works on my site and how people see my site when they use it on their phone. And in this case it's an iPhone. You can swap devices here. Let's see how people will see my site on a Galaxy. It's just a little bit different, but quite similar, but it's different. And so you can check your website, you can check the full functionality as if so this would be, as you see, this is like my finger, as it would be on my phone, and I can go to, let's look at my adventures, and again I can keep on using my network or performance here to see how fast things are loading or what I need to change. There you go. So that's just a quick quick walkthrough on how to see your website on a phone or on a. This is the web version again. See, the menu is like that, and if I go to the mobile version, the menu is like this. This will of course be completely different to your own website because this is my interface and all that, and my style, or what's it called, theme. But yeah, there you go. That's basically quickly how you can see the loading times and check and improve the loading times of your website. But keep in mind that it is relative to your Wi-Fi, and as it's been raining and storming out here, the Wi-Fi is bad, but it's also a good test, so it can still, like, if the Wi-Fi won't be good for everyone anywhere, so it needs to be good for everyone everywhere. Anyway, that was just a quick tutorial. As you see, I need to plug my laptop into the charger, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.